Someone's lying.
HubSpot just lost 16 million monthly visitors. Google's CEO says AI overviews send more clicks than ever. The math doesn't add up, and when companies this big start contradicting basic reality, you need to pay attention. I'm Udit Goenka, founder and CEO of SEOengine.ai, and this is Ranked by AI. Here's what happened. March 2023, HubSpot was crushing it. 24.4 million monthly visitors according to SEMrush. They wrote the playbook on content marketing. Every SEO professional studied their strategy. They did everything right. Fast forward to January 2025, traffic dropped to 6.1 million. That's a 75% decline. 16 million visitors gone. This isn't some small blog. This is HubSpot, domain authority of 81. Over 120 million backlinks. The SEO gods themselves. If it can happen to them, it can happen to anyone. But here's where it gets interesting. Google's CEO, Sundar Pichai, says AI overviews are driving over 10% growth in queries. Users are happier. They search more often. Everything is great. So, which one is it? Are publishers losing traffic or gaining it? Someone's not telling the truth. Let me show you what's really happening. The data doesn't lie. According to SparkToro's 2024 study, 58.5% of Google searches in the US end without a click. That's not a typo. Almost 60%. In the EU, it's 59.7%. Here's another number. Per 1,000 Google searches in the US, only 360 clicks go to the open web. Think about that. Out of 1,000 searches, only 360 actually visit a website. The rest? 0 clicks. They get their answer right there on Google. No traffic for you, no ad revenue, no business. Now let's talk about AI overviews. When AI overviews appear, the zero-click rate jumps to 83% according to multiple studies. 8 out of 10 users never leave Google. They get their answer, they're done. Your content powered that answer, you got nothing. SEMrush found that AI overviews appeared in 13.14% of US desktop queries in March 2025. By May, that number hit 19.88%. It's doubling, fast. Studies from Ahrefs show click-through rates drop 34.5% when AI overviews show up. Other research puts it even higher, 54.6% decline. Publishers are feeling it. Mail Online reported a 56% CTR drop. News sites across the board are seeing 15 to 25% traffic declines. This is happening right now. But wait, there's more. Cloudflare CEO Matthew Prince gave us the smoking gun. He said, 10 years ago, Google operated on a fair trade. For every 2 pages Google scraped from your site, they sent 1 visitor back. 2-to-1 ratio, not great, but workable. Today, 6-to-1. For every 6 pages Google scrapes, you get 1 visitor. That's a 200% decrease in value. And that's Google, the good guy in this story. Want to know the real horror show? OpenAI, 250-to-1. Anthropic, 6,000-to-1. For every 6,000 pages they crawl, you get 1 visitor. If you're lucky. Prince put it bluntly. Quote, AI is killing the business model of the web. End quote. If content creators can't make money, they stop creating. No new content means no training data for AI. The whole system collapses. Everyone loses. Now let's hear Google's side. Sundar Pichai gave an interview in May 2025. He said, AI overviews have scaled to over 1.5 billion users. People are happier with results. They search more often. It's one of the most successful launches in search in the past decade. He claimed AI overviews drive over 10% growth in the types of queries that show them. And this growth increases over time. Liz Reed, Google's VP of Search, backed him up. She said clicks from AI overviews are higher quality. Users who click are more engaged. They don't immediately hit the back button. Google's argument goes like this. Yes, some clicks are lost, but the clicks we send now are better, more targeted, more valuable. You're getting quality over quantity. They also say the breadth of sites they link to is increasing. More websites get traffic, not fewer. The ecosystem is healthier. Pichai even said Google has crawled 45% more web pages in the last 2 years. The web isn't dying, it's growing. Sounds reasonable, right? Except publishers aren't buying it. The News Media Alliance called AI mode theft. Quote, links were the last redeeming quality of search that gave publishers traffic and revenue. Now Google just takes content by force and uses it with no return. The definition of theft. End quote. Strong words. But are they justified? Here's the problem with Google's argument. They're measuring different things. Yes, the clicks they send might be higher quality, but there are fewer of them. Way fewer. Imagine you run a restaurant. Last year, 1,000 people walked through your door. This year, only 400 people show up. But Google says, don't worry, those 400 are hungrier. They order more food. Okay, but you still lost 600 customers. Your revenue is down, your staff got laid off, higher quality doesn't pay the rent. That's what publishers are facing. Better clicks don't make up for massive traffic loss. And here's the kicker. Google controls both the diagnosis and the cure. They decide what's high quality, they set the rules, they change the game, and conveniently the new rules keep more users on Google. Call me cynical, but when someone tells me I'm getting a better deal while I'm clearly losing money, I ask questions. So what's the truth? Both sides are technically correct. That's what makes this so dangerous. Google is right that AI overviews increase user satisfaction. People do love getting instant answers, they search more when they get better results. The product works. Publishers are right that they're losing traffic. The data is undeniable. HubSpot's decline, industry-wide reports, zero click rates climbing. This isn't paranoia, it's happening. Here's what's really going on. Google has fundamentally changed what search means. It used to be a gateway to the web. Now, it's a destination. The answer lives on Google. You never have to leave. This shift makes sense for Google. Keep users on their platform longer. Show them more ads, capture more data. It's good business. For publishers? Catastrophic. The old business model is dead. You can't build a company on SEO traffic anymore. Not if 60% of searches never click. Not if AI overviews steal your value. HubSpot's crash wasn't about bad content. It wasn't about algorithm penalties. It was about the game changing. And they were still playing by old rules. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Traditional SEO is dying. Not dead yet, but dying fast. The question isn't whether this is happening. The question is, what do you do about it? And that's where most people get it wrong. They panic. They double down on old tactics. They try to optimize harder for a system that's working against them. Wrong move. You need a new playbook. And that playbook is called Answer Engine Optimization, AEO. Let me tell you what answer engine optimization actually means. It's not about ranking anymore. It's about getting cited, getting mentioned, showing up in AI-generated answers, whether users click or not. Because here's the thing. When ChatGPT cites your brand in a response to 10,000 users, that's worth something, even if 0 people visit your site. Brand awareness, trust building, authority, that has value. When Google's AI overview pulls from your content, that's exposure. It's not traffic. But it's not nothing either. At SEOengine.ai, we've generated over 50,000 AEO optimized articles for clients across 48 languages. We've tested everything. And here's what works. First, structure matters more than ever. AI needs to parse your content easily, clear headings, concise answers, structured data, make it easy for machines to understand. Second, brand voice accuracy. AI engines prefer authentic, unique perspectives. Generic content gets ignored. We hit 90% brand voice accuracy. That's why our content gets cited. Third, answer questions directly. Don't bury the answer 5 paragraphs down. Lead with value. AI rewards that. Fourth, build authority through citations, not just backlinks. Get mentioned in industry publications. Show up in forums, Reddit discussions, LinkedIn posts. AI pulls from all of it. The metrics change too. Forget page views. Track citation rates. Track brand mentions in AI responses. Track how often your content shows up in AI overviews. We measure AI exposure rate, citation counts, share of voice across AI platforms. These are the new KPIs. Is this easy? No. Is it the only path forward? Yes. Here's your decision rule. If you're still optimizing purely for Google rankings, you're fighting yesterday's war. If you're building for citations and AI visibility, you're building for tomorrow. The shift is happening whether you like it or not. Google just confirmed AI mode will become the core of search. Pichai said it himself. This is the roadmap. Publishers who adapt now will dominate their markets. The ones who wait will explain to their boards why traffic disappeared. That's the $100 million question. Is Google actively killing SEO? Maybe not actively, but definitely inevitably. The real question is what you do about it. This is Rank by AI, where traditional SEO dies and answer engine optimization wins. If you want to learn how to rank in ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Google's AI overviews, follow this podcast. Every Tuesday, we break down what's working, what's not, and how to stay ahead. Because the brands that master AEO first will own their markets, everyone else gets buried. Next week, how to actually rank in ChatGPT, the tactics, the frameworks, the case studies, real data from companies getting millions of citations. Until then, check out SEOengine.ai. See how we're helping brands win in the citation economy. Thanks for listening. Stay sharp.